To me, Allen Wood Products was a factory ahead of its time.
As a child, I didn't realize how important the company was to the town or to my family.
It was the pillar of the community because there was no other place to work. For 44 years, they were the main employer for the whole area of Fenelon Falls.
In 1928, George Allen founded the Standard Pattern and Handle Company, which made handles for axes, picks, shovels, and various other tools. When the Second World War broke out, he was shifting towards war production, including rifle butts and wooden doorknobs. In 1942, the Standard Pattern and Handle Company burned, but George soon rebuilt the factory as Allen Wood Products, and it became one of Canada's leading manufacturers of wooden toys.
I would say that like 60% of the population of Fenelon Falls at some time worked for Allen Wood Products. It was a major employer. I worked at Allen Wood Products when I was 16 years old for 6 years. See, they used all local logs. 80% of the logs come off of Grand Island. They only got them off in the wintertime when the ice was on. There was no logging over there in the good weather. And Allen Wood Products sawmill didn't run in the good weather. They run in the winter.
At the time, it was a pillar for Fenelon Falls. It was the spot, to make a living and to live in the same town where you're working. A great experience it was really for anybody to work there, because you're learning something all the time in there. My father worked there, and my brothers worked there, and I worked at Allen Wood Products for approximately 7 or 8 years. It did me well to work there because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about life there as a young person.
I started at Allen Wood Products in 1956 when I was 15 and a half years old. When I started out there, I was on a table sander, and finally I moved up to the automatic lathe that was pretty good at that time. Actually, I met my wife at Allen Wood Products, and we got married while she worked there too, so been together ever since. Been married over 60 years now.
George Allen showed a lot of imagination in dreaming up toys, such as abacuses, hanging crib toys, doll furniture, croquet, and baseball bats. 2 of the most popular were the Bingo Bed and the Tinkertoy. Some of the patterns were already mass-produced in other countries, but not in Canada. For instance, Allen Wood Products made Allen's Canadian Toy Builder, which later became known as the Tinkertoy when they acquired a license to manufacture in Canada from an American company, A.G. Spalding.
Yeah, George started Allen Wood Products. Jim and Bill were his sons, and they just took over.
Bill Allen was the general manager, and Jim Allen was the sales manager. They were visiting. I was riding my tricycle out on our veranda. I think my grandfather decided that would make a good name for his toy. Consequently, he decided to name his toy Peddlin' Pete after me.
I worked there 3 or 4 years, and I said to my foreman, Murray Robinson, I said, Murray, I've been here quite a while. Would there be any chance I'd get a little raise? And they told me they were willing to give me a raise, and starting Monday morning, I would be making ½ cent more than I was on Friday. When I was 16, I started at 49 cents an hour. I worked there, I think, 6 years, and I was making 52 and a half when I got done. Wasn't a lot of money, mind you, but it was a steady job. Your check was there every week, and some of the best years of my life were spent there.
But yeah, I guess there was a point there where I thought Allen Wood Products would last forever because they'd been there forever. Wooden toys were becoming less and less popular, and retailers were less and less inclined to sell the products.
After they closed in 1972, the town was very depressed, because there was no work. All of a sudden, they just come out and said to all of us, the place is closing, pick up all your tools, and we'll see you later. No warning, nothing we had. It was very devastating for people when it closed.
What was it like to be raised in a family that owned a toy factory? Well, I guess it was kind of privileged because there was lots of toys around. We got toys at Christmas and toys at birthdays, and it was fun to go to the factory to see the toys being made. But it was a privilege being a member of the Allen family.
I was always a little proud that I was related to the family that operated Allen Wood Products, and especially when the Tinker toy came out, because that was a more worldwide toy, at least I thought it was, and it kind of put Fenelon Falls on the map, and I was proud of that. Last summer there was a kids fest that the museum had on, so I brought my grandson down here so we could see what it was all about. And when I walked into the room with the display of all the Allen toys, I was just amazed at how many were there, and the children that were in that room playing with all these toys, and it was just sort of surreal that these toys were manufactured by Allen Wood Products, and here I was bringing my grandson to see them all.
I can see wood coming back in, because people are kind of making it going back to the simple ways, I think, because they're leaving from plastic to wood, and actually the wood is better for the environment nowadays.